The Pip-Boy buzzed, a low hum vibrating against Anya's wrist. Chaos Mode activated, the notification blinked. She sighed, adjusting the strap of her worn backpack. Fallout was already a mess, a radioactive tapestry of ghouls, raiders, and mutated wildlife. Now it was anyone's guess. Anya had been wandering the wasteland for months, ever since her vault door had malfunctioned, spewing her into the harsh sun. Survival was a daily grind, a constant struggle for food and a place to rest her head. But she was adaptable, resourceful, and she desperately wanted a home. Her first priority was water. She'd stumbled upon a small, relatively clean pond near the ruins of a pre-war factory. Perfect. Now, to make it safe. Chaos Mode or not, radiation poisoning was a bitch. She spent a day scavenging for scrap metal, old pipes, and anything that looked remotely like it could be used to build a purifier. The construction was a mess. One moment, she was welding two pipes together, the next, a shower of confetti rained down from the sky, obscuring her vision. Damn it! She yelled, wiping the glitter from her eyes. She persevered, fueled by desperation and a stubborn refusal to die. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, she had a rudimentary water purifier. It was ugly, clunky, and probably wouldn't win any engineering awards, but it worked. Clear, clean water gurgled into the waiting container. Victory. Next, shelter. The factory ruins offered some protection, but it was drafty and exposed. She needed something more substantial. Anya found a relatively undamaged section of the factory wall and decided to build against it. Again, Chaos Mode threw its curveballs. A flock of miniature deathclaws, no bigger than kittens, but just as vicious, swarmed her building site. She narrowly avoided being clawed to death by swatting them away with a rusty pipe. But slowly, painstakingly, she built. Walls rose, fashioned from salvaged sheet, metal and scavenged wood. A patched-up roof provided protection from the elements. It wasn't much, but it was hers. She christened it the Scrap Shack, a name that accurately reflected its humble origins. Energy was the next hurdle. She considered a generator, but fuel was scarce. Then, inspiration struck. She remembered seeing a field of solar panels, half buried in the sand, a few miles away. A risky trip, but worth it. As she approached the field, the sky turned a bizarre shade of pink. Gigantic, inflatable flamingos began to drift down from the heavens. Anya stared, dumbfounded. Seriously? She muttered. She grabbed the nearest solar panel and bolted, dodging the descending avian monstrosities. Back at the Scrap Shack, she managed to rig up the panel to a salvaged battery. Power. A single light flickered to life, illuminating her makeshift home. She felt a surge of pride. It wasn't much, but it was a start. The final piece of the puzzle, food. Anya had been relying on hunting rat roaches and scavenging for edible plants, but it was unsustainable. She needed a farm. She cleared a small patch of land outside the scrap shack and began to till the soil. But Chaos Mard, predictably, had other plans. As she planted her first seeds, the ground beneath her feet began to tremble. A giant, anthropomorphic cactus, wearing a tiny sombrero, erupted from the earth. It winked at her. "Greetings, wasteland wanderer. I am Cactilio, the sentient cactus farmer. I will assist you." Anya blinked. "Yeah. Hi." Cactilio, surprisingly, was a boon. He possessed an uncanny knowledge of wasteland agriculture and helped her cultivate a thriving garden. Corn, melons, and even a few mutated tomatoes sprung from the irradiated soil. Life at the scrap shack wasn't easy. Chaos Mard continued to throw bizarre events her way: sudden geysers of soda pop, swarms of exploding teddy bears, and even a brief period where the sky turned into a giant disco ball. But Anya learned to adapt, to laugh, and to keep moving forward. The scrap shack became more than just a shelter. It was a home. It was a testament to her resilience, her ingenuity, and her unwavering determination to survive in the face of utter chaos. She shared her water and crops with other travelers, offering them a safe haven from the horrors of the wasteland. One evening, as the sun set, casting long shadows across the landscape, Anya sat on the porch of the scrap shack, watching Cactilio water the plants. The wind carried the faint sound of music, a catchy jingle she couldn't quite place. She smiled. Life in the wasteland was unpredictable, absurd, and often terrifying. But it was also filled with unexpected beauty, surprising kindness, and the unwavering hope that even in the face of total chaos, a person could still find a home. And that, Anya realized, was worth fighting for.